Hi guys, Janice here from Tarot Reading London with my November 2021 energy update. Every month it is my practice to take 4 cards so that we can make the best of the month ahead, so that we can be guided and we can find the best route through. So what is the first card I drew? What's going to be the overarching energy for November? Well, I drew the Hermit card. It's a much quieter card than we've had before. It's a more sort of seclusionary energy. Now, it's not surprising. A lot of us do go a bit hermity. Hermity, is that a word, hermity? I like it. Anyway, it's kind of descriptive. A bit hermity in November. We sort of draw in, don't we? There's chillier weather and the nights are drawing in, and we tend to go to ground a bit. But I think it's about more than that. The Hermit is telling us to go inside and decide what the right thing is to do. Now, it often feels a bit uncomfortable, and it feels like what we might do might well be unpopular for those around us. So it speaks of decisions that need to be made. And so it feels that this month is an opportunity for us to decide on the best way forward. Now, the Hermit card, as you can see, is not a comfortable looking card. We've got a bit of snow in the background, and the Hermit himself is lit by a lantern that has a star in it. And that star represents trust in himself. And that's key this month. Trust yourself. Do what you think is right. Draw on your own wisdom, even if it doesn't feel all that palatable or popular for other people. It's important that you follow your own wisdom, and you might feel a little bit isolated in that choice. It might feel a bit bleak, and that's the trouble with the Hermit card. It's saying that this is on us. We've got to decide this month. Nobody can do this for us. So whatever this is for you this month, it's really important that you don't go with a group dynamic, or you're not influenced by other people's opinion. This is on you. This is for you to find your way through. Okay, so that's fine. So what have we got next? What should we embrace this month? What's the advice to us? The Two of Wands. And again, we have another call for decision making. So it feels to me that this month is a window. It's like a window of opportunity to decide which way you want to go. The Two of Wands also is known as dominion. And what it tells us is that we've got to a point where we can make a choice of some sort. And it's a very black and white choice. So it asks us to decide, are we in or are we out? Are we going to stay? Are we going to leave? Are we going to continue, or are we going to give up? Those are the black and white choices that the Two of Wands suggests might be things that we need to think about this month. Now, as I said, it's dominion. So it tells us we have some power in the situation, and it asks us to decide where we want to go. What do we want the end result to be? So it's important that we choose dependent on the end result, because whatever we do, this is a crossroads, and what we do this month is going to play out further down the line as a destination. So it's important that we take action. So, okay, what should we not do? Because sometimes figuring out what we shouldn't do or what won't be to our benefit is actually useful to us in deciding which way to go. That card is Temperance. Now that's interesting because it makes perfect sense with the other cards. Temperance is a card of moderation. It's a card of finding a balance. Temperance tells us that the situation is not black and white, and we should explore the shades of grey. We should find a middle ground. We shouldn't go to extremes. But that's against the energy this month. That's what we shouldn't do. Now, if we go back to the Hermit, what we remember is the Hermit tells us to make our own decision. It tells us that this is being made from a position of solitude. We must draw on our own wisdom and not go with the group dynamic and not take the easy choice. So if we're not going to do Temperance, then we must go black and white. we must make a decision. We must actually choose, and we must do it from our own position. We can't compromise with other people's viewpoints. So the Hermit is really asking you to draw on your own position. The Two of Wands tells you that there is a window for choice this month, which could be pivotal moving forward. Okay, and Temperance says, don't sit on the fence, don't compromise, don't just sort of try and find a middle easy route. It's going to be important to choose and to act. Okay, so what is the sort of the overarching card? What should we all be guided by mainly? And we've got the Five of Swords. Again, a bit of an uncomfortable energy with this card. This card is an energy that feels distasteful. Whatever the choices are, it feels to me like they're not going to be particularly joyous ones. And the Five of Swords tells us that we can't change what's happened in the past. We can't rewrite history. Whatever's gone wrong, whatever the problems are, we can't afford to go into victimhood. We can't play the blame game. We can't just go into negativity or defeatism. We have to just pick up our bags and start walking. Start walking forward. The Two of Wands tells us we have a choice to make here, and we have to make it. So it doesn't feel like there are any clear winners or losers in this situation. The Five of Swords is a card of like, well, doesn't feel great, but nevertheless, we do need to keep moving. So it's interesting what a different energy this reading's had from last month. It was quite a bouncy reading last month, but it did tell us, if I remember correctly, that there was going to have to be a new start made very soon, and that's exactly where we are now. So we had a sort of closing of the circle last month, and it all felt quite positive, and a lot of us felt quite upbeat about the way things are going. And this is like, okay, well, now whatever problems were underneath the situation, we're going to have to face them now. We're going to have to make some pretty tough decisions moving forward, because we can't change what's happened. Whatever has caused the situation that we're needing to deal with, we can't change that. All we can do is make a new plan. And that is on you, I'm afraid, this month. That decision is on you. Be honest. Be aware of any decisions that are informed by fear. Trust yourself and act. That's going to serve you best this month. So I hope you have an enjoyable November. I mean, it sounds like there's work to do, right? So I hope it's not too gritty. I'm going to look forward to seeing you in December when guess what? We're going to be doing the run up for Christmas. But I hope you've enjoyed your Halloween celebrations. I will see you soon. I'm always here for a reading, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye for now.